Hello students, good afternoon. You are welcome in the fourth lecture of MST CET for a chapter of chemical thermodynamics. In the third lecture, we have seen the work done during irreversible process, how that expression can be obtained, how that is dW is equal to minus P external delta V. That expression we have studied, followed by some multiple choice questions. Now over here we have to study concept of maximum work, concept of maximum work, and then we will see the expression for maximum work. So let us see concept of maximum work. Suppose we have a gaseous cylinder containing n number of moles of gases. This is a gas cylinder containing n number of moles of gases, and it is associated with the weightless and frictionless piston. The pressure given by gas molecules is P, and the pressure applied from external side from piston to the gaseous cylinder is nothing but P external. One more system here. This is the another gaseous system, another gaseous cylinder. This is also containing n number of moles of gases. They exert a certain pressure. Here also the pressure of gas will be equal to P, and from the piston side, that is from surrounding to the system, the applied external pressure is P external. See one more process, same process I am drawing. Again, let us consider the third gaseous cylinder. This is also prepared with a weightless and frictionless piston. This piston also gives the pressure on a system equal to P external, and it is containing n number of moles of gases which will exert the pressure P. See, the systems are same. Now for the process of expansion, we know that P must be greater than P external. Here also for the process of expansion, P should be greater than P external. Here also for the process of expansion, P must be greater than P external. Now all these three processes we are considering that they are the processes of expansion. Therefore pressure of gas P is greater than P external and P external, because all those three are the processes of expansion. Now let us consider here this P is 100 atmosphere. It is 100 atmosphere. This is also 100 atmosphere, and this P is also 100 atmosphere. In all those three cases, the pressure exerted by gas molecules is same, 100 atmosphere. Now suppose the external pressure is 0. Here external pressure is 0. Is it process fast or slow? Expansion, what is it? It is the fast expansion, because external pressure is 0. Expansion is fast, opposing force is absent. Therefore no work will be done. Here is the expansion in a free space. Expansion in a free space. No work will be obtained. This is nothing but the expansion in free space. Opposing force is absent. We know work is a product of force and displacement. Since work is a product of force and displacement, what is the magnitude of opposing force over here? It must be 0. Therefore no work will be obtained in this process. zero work will be obtained in this process, and that is the work done in vacuum. Work done in vacuum. Whenever the process is carried out in a vacuum, free expansion take place. Opposing force is zero, and work is a product of force and displacement. Since force is zero, therefore no work will be obtained whenever the gas expands in a free space. Now, let us consider the expansion with certain opposing pressure. Here, the opposing pressure P external will be equal to 1 atmosphere. Here, opposing pressure is 10 atmosphere, and here opposing pressure is 99 atmosphere. Now, I am telling over here that let this is process number 1, this is process number 2, and this is the process number 3. In the first case, the pressure of gas is 100 atmosphere and the applied external pressure is 1 atmosphere. So what is the difference in pressure? It is 100 minus 1 equal to 99. 99 atmosphere is the difference in pressure. What is the difference in pressure here? 90. 100 minus 10. It is 90 atmosphere. And in this case, what is the difference in pressure? It is just 1 atmosphere. Here, change in pressure delta P is equal to 99 atmosphere. Here, a change in pressure delta P will be equal to 90 atmosphere. And here, a change in pressure delta P will be equal to 1 atmosphere. Now, you can tell me which process is fast. Whether process number 1 is fast for expansion, 2 is fast for expansion, or 3 is fast for the expansion. Process number 1 is fastest, because external pressure is very less as compared with the pressure of gas. This process has a moderate speed, and this process will have a minimum speed because applied external pressure is very large. It is very big, but slightly less as compared with the pressure of gas. If applied external pressure, if this is becoming 101 atmosphere, suppose if we increase the applied external pressure 99, if it become 101, is it expansion or compression now? This is the compression. Therefore, we don't have to reverse the process. We don't have to reverse the process. We have to carry out the process of expansion. This is expansion. This is expansion. This is also expansion. But this is the slowest process. And this is a fastest process. This is the slowest process of expansion because applied external pressure is having a very big magnitude, large magnitude, but slightly less as compared with the magnitude of gaseous pressure. So for the process of expansion, which is a slow one, the applied external pressure should be very high, but must be slightly less as compared with the pressure of gas, so that expansion take place. Therefore, this is the fastest process. This will have a moderate speed. This will have a moderate speed. And this is the slowest process. And we know that slowest processes are reversible processes. They are the reversible processes. And fastest processes are irreversible processes. Now we have to study during the reversible process, during a slowest process, how maximum work is obtained. We know the equation of work done, dW will be equal to minus P external into delta V. This is the expression we have studied. Now, that dW will be equal to minus P external into delta V. Delta V means V2 minus V1. It is common. This part will remain constant for this process of expansion, this process of expansion or this process of expansion. This part remain common. It is constant in all those three processes of expansion. But this process is first one. This is moderate speed and this is with the slowest speed. Therefore, see what happened. Whenever P external is minimum, if the P external is minimum, what is work done? And if P external is maximum, what is the work done? Here P external is minimum means 1 into this factor delta V in the process number 1, and in process number 3 it is 99 into delta V. In the process number 1 here P external is only 1, and in process number 3 P external is 99 into delta V. Now you can tell me in which case the answer is maximum. It is maximum in case of third process. In case of third process, the answer is maximum. It means that we can get the maximum work during reversible processes, and we can get minimum work during irreversible processes. That is the concept of maximum work. Now let us see mathematically also. Here P external is minimum, P external is maximum in this case. So what happened? P minus P external will be equal to delta P, change in pressure. Here change in pressure is 99 and there change in pressure is 1. So whenever delta P is maximum, there minimum amount of work is obtained, and whenever delta P is minimum, we will get the maximum work. Delta P maximum, the work done is minimum, and delta P minimum, work done is maximum. Therefore delta P should be kept very less, and in order to keep it less, the difference between P and P external must be very less. Therefore, if this is 100, this is 99, answer will be just only 1. The difference between pressure of gas and the applied external pressure should be very less. Delta P must be very less. At that time, P external will have maximum value. P external. What is P external? From this figure, from this equation, P external will be equal to, this is equal to P minus delta P. So P minus delta P, this must be maximum, and this total figure should be maximum. It means that delta P must be minimum, so that P external is maximum and we will get this type of maximum amount of work. That is the concept of maximum work, and in order to obtain the maximum work, we must have the applied external pressure with a very big magnitude but slightly infinitesimally less as compared with the magnitude of pressure of gas, so that we will get the maximum quantity of work as per these expressions or as per this explanation. Now let us see expression for maximum work done during reversible isothermal process. Now let us see expression for maximum work done during reversible isothermal process. Just now we have studied during reversible process, which is a slow process which is taking place in large number of small steps, in which there is a free maintenance of thermodynamic state of equilibrium take place. At each step of conversion of initial state to the final state, maximum work is obtained. During reversible process, a maximum work is obtained. So let us see how that work can be calculated, how that expression can be obtained. Let us consider a gaseous cylinder. Let us consider this is a gaseous cylinder fitted with weightless and frictionless piston. There are n number of moles of gases, present in the cylinder, and it is associated with weightless and frictionless piston. The pressure of gas is P. Applied external pressure must be P external. And for the process of expansion, we know that the difference in P and P external must be minimum. In order to obtain the maximum amount of work done, the difference between P and P external should be minimum, so that we will get the maximum amount of work done. During the process of expansion, pressure of gas P is greater than applied external pressure, and the work done during irreversible process is given by equation dW is equal to minus P external into delta V. With a big change in pressure, there big change in volume take place. But here we are carrying a small change in pressure. P and P external are infinitesimally different from each other. P external is slightly less as compared with P. Therefore, change in pressure is very less. Since a change in pressure is very less, change in volume is also very less. Now see here, P minus P external, this change is very small, indicated by dt, not delta T. See, if it is written, suppose if it is written like this, delta P, what it means? It means that there is a big change in pressure. If this is 100 and this is 1, the process is fast, big change in pressure take place. But for the reversible process, what we have studied, this is 100 and this must be 99. Very small change in pressure is there. Therefore, instead of delta P, it is written as dP. That is a small change in pressure. From this, we can write the external pressure P external will be equal to P minus dP. And whenever small change in pressure take place, since this is a small change in pressure, we will have a small change in volume. Instead of delta V, that is written as dV. Instead of delta V, that is written as dV. Therefore, this equation now becomes dW will be equal to minus P external. P external is nothing but P minus dP. It is P minus dP, and with small change in pressure dP, delta V is changed to dV. Now solving the bracket, we can write dW will be equal to minus P dV, minus into minus plus dP dV. And now we know that dP is a small fraction of pressure. This is a small fraction of volume. These are the fractions. Therefore, multiplication decreases. See here. Suppose we have 4 into 4, that is equal to 16. These are whole numbers, therefore multiplication increases. But if this is 0.4 and this is also 0.4, what is answer? 0.16. 0.16 is less than 0.4 or this 0.4. These are fractions and multiplication of fraction decreases. Multiplication of whole number increases. These are the fractions, therefore their multiplication decreases, and we can write as dw will be equal to minus pdv, because dp into dv can be neglected as compared with pdv. Since these are the fractions, their multiplication decreases, therefore this can be neglected. So we will get this equation. Now this is the differential form of work done. In the reversible process, there are millions of steps present, crores of the steps are present. So work done in each individual step can be obtained and that can be added. In order to perform that, this differential form is integrated within known limits of work done, steps, and the known limits of volume. So integration of dw from initial state w1 to final state w2 will be equal to minus integration of pdv. Now we know this equation, pv is equal to nRT, or n number of moles of gases. From this equation, P is equal to nRT upon V. So this P is replaced by nRT upon V. We can write this equation as integration of dw from w1 to w2 is equal to minus integration of nRT upon V into dV. Integration of nRT upon V into dV. Here n is constant, number of moles of gases they are constant. R is molar gas constant, 8.314 joules constant. Temperature is constant because the process is isothermal. Isothermal processes are carried out at constant temperature, so temperature is constant. Only change in volume is present, therefore these constants are taken out of integration, and this is integrated only from initial volume to the final volume, and this equation becomes, now integration of work done from initial state to final state, we will get the maximum work done, since millions of steps work done is obtained and that is added. So W max is equal to minus nRT from integration of dV upon V from limit of V1 to V2. Now in mathematics, for integration there is a rule. Integration of dx upon x will be equal to ln x. That is nothing but log to the base e of x. That is nothing but 2.303 log to the base 10 of x. If it is from limit of x1 to x2, this is also from the limits of x1 to x2. Here it is integration of dv upon v from v1 to v2. By applying this rule, we can write the equation as W max is equal to minus final format 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of v from limit of v1 to v2, and it is known as definite integral. The value of initial volume and final volume is substituted, and it is the log of upper limit minus log of lower limit. So equation becomes W max will be equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of V2 minus log to the base 10 of V1. And now we know subtraction of log is nothing but the division of log. Therefore this equation can also be written as W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of V2 upon V1. Let this is equation number 1. Now we know the Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, we know that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Therefore V2 upon V1 is equal to P1 upon P2. Therefore this V2 upon V1 can be replaced by P1 upon P2, and this equation becomes W max will be equal to, this is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of P1 divided by P2. Equation number 1 and equation number 2 is known as the expression for maximum work done during reversible isothermal process. Whenever a change in volume is given, equation 1 is applicable to calculate the maximum work done, and whenever a change in pressure is given, at that time equation number 2 is applicable to calculate the maximum work done. What is equation number 2? W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of initial pressure divided by final pressure. So that is about the expression for maximum work done during reversible isothermal process. Now we have to study certain number of multiple choice questions. Now let us see some multiple choice questions on the basis of expression for maximum work done during reversible process. So this is the critical thinking question from our book. As usual we are using critical thinking questions. Question number 20 over there in that book. 2 moles of hydrogen at 5 atmospheric pressure is expanded isothermally and reversibly at 57 degrees Celsius to 1 atmosphere. Work done is. Now see how to solve this. For this problem they have given n is equal to 2 number of moles at 5 atmospheric pressure, means initial pressure is given as 5 atmosphere. Expanded isothermally and reversibly to final pressure P2, it is equal to 1 atmosphere, and the temperature in Celsius they have given temperature 273 plus 57, so it is equal to 7 plus 3 10, 1 is carried, 7 6 30, 1, so 330. At 330 degrees Celsius, this is the process. Degree Kelvin, this is the process, and we have to calculate the work done. The process is isothermal and reversible. Therefore, the expression used is W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of change in pressure is given. Therefore, this is the equation P1 upon P2. Initial pressure upon final pressure. Now substituting the values, minus 2.303 into N. What is the value of N? 2 moles of hydrogen gas are expanded. So 2 is given. N will be equal to 2, R 8.314, temperature is 330, log to the base 10 of P1 5 divided by P2 1. On solving this, we can write minus 2.303 into 2 multiplied by 330, it is 660 into 8.314 into log to the base 10 of 5. And one of the option they have given in this format. One option they have given in this format, that is equal to option B. Second option is given in this format, minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 660 into log to the base 10 of 5 joule. So this is the correct option, and in our book therefore option B is correct. For this, option B is correct. Now see the next question, question number 21. This we have completed. Now see question number 21. 2 moles of an ideal gas is expanded isothermally from 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube to 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube against constant external pressure of 5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. The constant external pressure is given, V1 and V2 is given. Process is not reversible, only isothermal. So we have to calculate the work done, and for that dW will be equal to minus P external delta V means V2 minus V1. Substituting the values, minus P external, P is 5 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. As the pressure is given in Newton per meter square, V1 and V2 must be given in the meter cube, and they are already given. Here those values are already given in meter cube, so not necessary to convert. It is V2 is 8 into 10 raised to minus 3. V1 is 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Solving that, minus 5 into 10 raised to 5 into 8 minus 2.5, that is 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. If we cancel the bracket, no matter, no change in sign is there. So it is minus 5 into 5.5 into 10 raised to plus 5 and minus 3. So it is 10 raised to 2. Therefore minus 5 5 are 25. 2 is carried. 5 5 are 25 plus 2, 27. 1, 27.5 into 10 raised to 2. This is in Newton per meter square. This is meter cube. Therefore the unit will be joule. So it is minus 27500. 10 raised to 2. Sorry. 10 raised to 2 means 2 decimals on the right side. 2750 joule, and they have given the answer in kilojoule. So minus 2.75 kilojoule. Minus 2.750 kilojoule. They have given the options. 4 options they have given, and this is the answer of second option. So for this also B is the correct option. Now question number 22. See this question. Question number 22. 2 moles of an ideal gas expands spontaneously into vacuum. The work done is. 2 moles of an ideal gas expands spontaneously into vacuum. The work done is. In vacuum. Here the work is in vacuum. Now we know how to calculate the work done in vacuum. We have studied that in vacuum expansion takes place in a free space. means opposing pressure is 0. Since pressure is 0, anything change in volume, any figure of change in volume multiplied by opposing pressure 0, the answer comes to be 0. Therefore dW is equal to 0, or it is minus 0 into V2 minus V1, and this factor comes equal to 0. Therefore work done in vacuum for any type of expansion or compression is 0. So here they have given the 4 options: 2 joule, 4 joule, 0 and infinite. So 0 is the option, and this option is C. Now let us see next question. Now see this question number 23. W grams of gas expands isothermally and reversibly at a given temperature T from V1 to V2. The magnitude of work done will be. Here they have given 4 gases. 4 gases they have given: ammonia, sulfur dioxide, chlorine and hydrogen. 4 gases are given. They are ammonia, sulfur dioxide, chlorine and hydrogen, and we have to compare the work done, in which case it will be maximum and in which case it is minimum. See here, the process is isothermal and reversible. We have to calculate work done during that process. So it is W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 V2 upon V1. V2 upon V1, because V1 and V2 is given. The magnitude of work done for those 4 gases we have to calculate. Here the mass is given as W grams. Remaining factors are constant. V2, V1 in all cases, all 4 gases is same. R and T is constant. Only N is different in 4 those gases. So N in case of ammonia, then calculate N in case of sulfur dioxide, N in case of chlorine, and N whenever hydrogen is used. So here it is W upon 70, W divided by 64, W divided by 71, and W divided by 2. So in which case number of moles is maximum? It is maximum in case of hydrogen. So N is maximum. Remaining factors are constant. Therefore, in case of hydrogen, the work obtained will be maximum. After that, second number, in which case N is there at the second number, ammonia, because divided by 70. Third will be sulfur dioxide, because divided by 64, and for chlorine it is divided by 71. So maximum number of moles, maximum work done. Minimum number of moles, minimum work done. Therefore maximum work is obtained in case of hydrogen, greater than ammonia, greater than sulfur dioxide, and greater than chlorine. So we have to choose the correct option out of 4 options. So last option is right. Hydrogen greater than ammonia, greater than sulfur dioxide, greater than chlorine. Last option is correct. Option D. Now question number 24. See question number 24. The work done in joule when 2 moles of an ideal gas are compressed at 300 Kelvin from 1 decimeter cube to 100 centimeter cube against constant pressure of 3.2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square is. This process is not reversible and isothermal. The process is not reversible and isothermal. So we have to calculate the work done by equation dW will be equal to minus P external into V2 minus V1. But for solving this problem, the unit of volume V1 is 1 decimeter cube, but V2 is centimeter cube, and the pressure is Newton per meter square. Means this we have to convert into meter cube. This also we have to convert into meter cube. See, we have seen the convergence of volume. Volume V1, it is 1 decimeter cube. That will be equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. V2 100 centimeter cube, or that is 100 into 10 raised to minus 3 decimeter cube. Again multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. Now it will be meter cube. Therefore V2 is 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter cube, or this is also meter cube. This also we have taken in now meter cube. Now by substituting the values, let us see what happened. Centimeter cube we have converted to decimeter cube, and decimeter cube to meter cube. So 100 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 6 meter cube. Now substituting the values, we can write dW is equal to minus P external 3.2 into 10 raised to 5, 3.2 into 10 raised to 5 multiplied by V2 minus V1. So it is, now make the factor common. See here, 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 minus V1. V1 is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. This is 10 raised to minus 3. So convert this also to 10 raised to minus 3. Taking 3 decimal on left side. See, if we take 3 decimals on left side, what will happen? It becomes 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 3. 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 3. So dW will be equal to minus 3.2 into 10 raised to 5. This is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 3 minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now that 10 raised to minus 3 is common. So dW equal to minus 3.2 into 10 raised to 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 in bracket 0.1 minus 1. 0.1 minus 1. So what that factor comes, it is now dW is equal to minus 3.2 into 10 raised to 2 into, this is minus 1 minus 0.1, it is 0.9. This is minus, this is also minus. Now that factor, the process is compression. So work obtained is positive. Minus into minus, it becomes plus. So 3.2 into 0.9 into 10 raised to 2. If we do this multiplication, or we can write even like this also, 32 into 9, 10 raised to 2. One here and one there. So 32 into 9. Finally, dW will be equal to 9 to the 18, 9 to the 27 plus 1, 28. This is in the Joule. That is how work done can be calculated. So, which is the correct option? 288 Joule, and they have given 288 Joule. The second option, option number 2 is correct. This is the 288 Joule. Answer is positive. Why the answer is positive? Because it is a process of compression. Now see question number 25. If 1 mole of gas, this is very simple question. If 1 mole of gas occupying y liter volume is expanded against constant external pressure of 1 atmosphere to a volume of x liter, the work done is. This is the process of expansion. So work done must be negative. Use this same formula. dW is equal to minus P external into V2 minus V1. P external is given as against constant external pressure of 1 atmosphere. So P is 1 atmosphere. V2 final volume x liter and initial volume is y liter. So x minus y. The answer will be simply direct substitution. Minus 1, x is the final volume, minus y is the initial volume, because it is the gas which occupy 1 y liter volume at start, and after expansion it occupies the volume x liter. So x minus y, and whenever solve 1 atmosphere, we will get the answer equal to P external is given, but they have not taken into consideration. Simply we will get the direct answer minus x plus y, or it may be y minus x. On solving this, we will get like this, but they have given the answer in this format: minus P external into x minus y. So 1 is nothing but P external. They have not substituted the value of P external. So this is the answer. And for this question, therefore, out of 4 options given, the option B is correct. Second option B is correct. Now let us see the next question. Question number 26. Now see question number 26. The constant external pressure required to compress 1 mole of an ideal gas from means this is the initial volume. V1 is equal to 23 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube to final volume 8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Final volume V2 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube. Process of compression is given. During this process, the work obtained is 9.09. So dW is plus positive work 9.09 kilojoule. But volume is given in meter cube. So work done must be in joule. It is equal to 9090 joule. Because this is multiplied by 10 raised to 3, so that convert into joules. 9090 joule. And we have to calculate the applied external pressure. So equation is dW equal to minus P external V2 minus V1. Work of compression is given. P external we have to calculate. V2 and V1 is given. So it is dW 9090 equal to minus P external. This we have to calculate. V2 is 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 minus V1 23 into 10 raised to minus 3. So 9090 equal to minus P external. This is 23 minus 8 minus 15 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now minus minus become plus. Therefore, T external equal to 9090 divided by 15 into 10 raised to minus 3. 15 into 10 raised to minus 3. If 10 raised to minus 3 taken to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 3. So simply it is 9090 divided by 15 into 10 raised to 3. 15 6 are 90, 0 90. Therefore, external pressure will be 15 6 are 90. Again 0. Again 15 6 are 90 into 10 raised to 3. So this is the pressure we have calculated in Newton per meter square. Since volume we are using in meter cube, work done we are using in joule, therefore pressure must be in the Newton per meter square, or also termed as a pressure in pascals. So answer is 606 into 10 raised to 3 pascal, and the close for this, for 26 number, will be option A. The answer we are getting is nothing but the option A. Now question number 28. Isothermally and reversibly, 1 mole of neon gas expands from 2 meter cube to 20 meter cube and produce 831.4 joule of work. Temperature of expansion will be. The process is reversible and isothermal. Therefore, the expression of maximum work done can be used. We have to use the expression of maximum work done. W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of V2 upon V1, final volume upon initial volume. 1 mole of neon, N is 1, R is constant, temperature we have to calculate. Then produce work 831.4. This W max is given. V2 and V1 is also given. So we have to calculate the temperature. It is the process of expansion. Therefore, this work is considered as a negative work. Substituting the values, minus 831.4 equal to minus 2.303. N is nothing but beyond 1 mole, R 8.314. Temperature we have to calculate T log to the base 10 V2 upon V1. This is initial volume expanded from to final volume 20 divided by 2, that is nothing but log of 10. So it is 831.4. minus cancelled. Negative sign on both sides is cancelled. It is equal to 2.303. 8.314. Temperature log to the base 10 of 10, and this log is nothing but 1. This is the 1. Therefore, T is equal to 831.4 divided by 2.303 into 8.314. This is what answer we have to calculate. See, do the approximation. 831.4, 8.314. So this is 100 times greater as compared with this one. Means here is 100 and 100 divided by 2.5, 2.3 or 2.5. So it comes equal to, what is the answer? Almost equal to 40. So the answer close to that. Answer close to that, they have given the option C. How to calculate answer? Here this figure is almost 100 times greater than this one. Therefore, they are cancelled and here it is 100. 100 divided by 2.5, that is equal to 40. And let us see the close answer to 40. Option C is correct, close to 40. So option C is right. Now see question number 29. One mole of gas occupying 3 liter volume is expanded against constant external pressure of 5 atmosphere to a volume of 15 liter. The work done is very simple. Work done during irreversible process minus P external V2 minus V1. Substituting the values. 3 liter initial volume expanded to finally 15 liter at a constant pressure of 5 atmosphere. Work done will be positive or negative? Negative, because it is the expansion process. Therefore, work done is negative and it is minus P external 5 atmosphere. Already pressure given in atmosphere, volume given in the liter. So no need of converting the volume or pressure in some other units. Directly substitute. Here it is 15 minus 5. 15 liter final volume. Initial volume is not 5, it is 3 liter. Therefore, minus 5. 15 minus 3, 12. It is equal to minus 12 5 are 60. Unit is liter atmosphere. But they have given the work done in. They have given work done in first one liter atmosphere. But that is not answer. 1.2 they have given, we are getting 60. Second they have given minus 6.07 into 10 raised to 2 joule. So convert atmosphere to joule. We know 1 liter atmosphere will be equal to 101.32 joule. We have 60 liter atmosphere is equal to how many joules? Doing cross multiplication, let this is x. So x will be equal to 101 into 60 or 60 multiplied by 100. 60 multiplied by 10. This is multiplied by 100. So this much joule. See, answer close to 6000 joule, and that is nothing but option D. Last option is correct. Close to 6000. Last option they have given minus 6.078 into 10 raised to 3 joule. Last option D is correct. This is about the question number 29. Now the next questions we will see in the next video.